Now, this will be my predictions and reactions to WTA Poland Open, otherwise known as Warsaw Open. So first, let's look at who are withdrawn from the tournament. So, instead of Kaja Jovan, will play Magdalena Frek. Instead of Marta Kostyuk, will play Danka Kovinic. Julia Putintseva will be replaced by a lucky loser. Instead, Laura Sigismund will be replaced by Anna Bogdan. Then Zheng Shuai will be replaced by Misaki Doi. Then Tamara Zidanšek will be replaced by Clara Burel. So, now to Warsaw Open, otherwise known as Poland Open. The number 1 seed after 12 years, this tournament will happen again, it seems. So, the number 1 seed and the home crowd favorite and the ultimate dominator, Iga Świątek, will play against her own compatriot, Magdalena Frek. The winner of that match will play against one of qualifiers, because there is another match is qualifier versus qualifier. So then Elisabetta Cocciaretto will play against Martina Kupka. Quite new name. Then we have Misaki Doi. She'll play against Carolina Garcia, a tennis player who just, if I recall, yesterday lost to Begu in semi-final in Palermo. So she will be in this tournament again, very, very strong. So, then we have Sara Rivas-Tormo, the number 3 seed, she'll play against Danka Kovinic. The winner of that match will play against Clara Burel or Anna Karolina Schmidlova. Then we have Jasmine Paolini. She'll play against Victoria Golubic. The winner of that match will play against Kristina Mladenovic or Anna Bondar. Then we have Petra Martic, who not so long ago also, if I recall correctly, scored a title 2 weeks ago, if I recall correctly. She'll play against another Polish tennis player, Weronika Falkowska, another new name. The winner of that match will play either against qualifier or against Chvalinska. Then then we have a qualifier versus Arantxa Rus. The winner of that match will play against either qualifier or against Irina Camelia Begu. She also have yet to play her final match. Her match in Palermo, that final. Then we have Nuria Parizas Diaz versus Anna Bogdan. The winner of that match will play against either qualifier or against Katarzyna Siniakova. Then we have Nadia Podoroska. She'll play against qualifier or against Martina Zeniewska or Varvara Gracheva. As we know, Nadia Podoroska could be very dangerous on clay. 2 years ago in French Open she even reached semi-final, so she could be very, very strong in this tournament, so we have to watch out for Nadia Podoroska. Also watch out for Begu. She also will be in a very good mood, and Garcia as well. And there might be, of course, interesting that there might be rematch of Palermo tournament, Cocciretto versus Garcia again in the second round. Rematch of Palermo's quarter final, or whatever the round was. Yeah, of that match. Rematch of tournament of Palermo. So Cocciretto might want actually to get revenge on Garcia. So that will be interesting to see if Carolina Garcia will be able to win against Cocciretto twice in a row in this short time period. Because I don't see how they will be able to win against this good playing Garcia actually. And Kupka most likely will lose to Cocciretto as well, so rematch is quite likely to happen. Quite likely. And my predictions of the quarterfinals are actually Swiatek versus Garcia, but it could be also Swiatek versus Cocciretto. Also quite likely. And one of Swiatek versus Cocciretto or Swiatek versus Garcia, most likely. The first quarter final. Then we have most likely Tormo versus, I'd say, Paulini. Because both of those, Tormo and Paulini, out of that other quarter, second quarter really stands out to me. Tormo and Paulini. Those two will most likely advance to the quarterfinals. And Tormo will be very, very strong. Then we have most likely Martic versus most likely Begu. Martic versus Begu, the third quarter final. Most likely Begu versus Martic. Two very experienced tennis players will actually face off against one another. Two very experienced and quite accomplished tennis players will actually go face to face in quarterfinals. Then in here, most likely it could be even Parisas Diaz versus, let's say, Zaniewska, or maybe Siniakova's Zaniewska, you know. That could be, but Zaniewska will be there in quarterfinals. Then the semi-final will be obviously Swiatek versus Paulini. I'd say Swiatek will actually defeat Garcia. Maybe even Swiatek versus Tormo could actually even be. But most likely Tormo. Swiatek versus Tormo, the semi-final. Tormo's explosiveness will be simply too much for Paulini. For Paulini actually to even handle. Yeah, no, Tormo versus Schmidl, yeah. That's the quarterfinal then. Yeah. Yeah, Cocciretto Garcia quarterfinal. Yeah. Yeah, but Tormo Swiatek will be semi-final, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, most likely Paulini will be against Martic in semi-final, and Martic will most likely defeat Paulini. I see actually Siniakova versus, I don't know, perhaps Grachev or whatever. But Swiatek will definitely win this tournament. Then in the final, I don't know whom she would face. Maybe Grachev she'll face in final, you know. Maybe. Yeah, anyone she could face in final. So, but I think Swiatek is going to win this tournament without any doubt. She's dominating. This is again, if I understand correctly, clay court tournament. Yeah, clay, and and Swiatek so far this season haven't lost any match in clay, and I don't think that this will happen now. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, 7th title for Swiatek this season. So, yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, 7th title for Swiatek. There aren't any really strong opponents for Swiatek actually, so all of them seems easy. All of them are actually easy opponents. Even the quarter-final match for Swiatek will be easy. You know, even because it will be against qualifier. Very easy path. Cocciaretta will have in quarter-final again Carolina Garcia in this tournament's quarter-final, so that might be hard. Then we have in quarterfinals most likely Tormo versus Shmiedlova, then Paulini versus most likely, I'd say Bondar. Because Mladenovic lately isn't playing as good as she really could play. Then another quarterfinal will be Martic versus most likely Chvalinska. What the? Yes, I understand correct with this. This one? Please. No. Or what I'm saying. Yeah. The second round match. Also easy. Yeah, but then Garcia in her quarterfinals, or maybe even Cocciaretta. Although it doesn't matter for Swiatek at all whom she faces, she'll defeat anyone in this tournament. Then there might be quarterfinal with, yeah, like this. Tormo might face off against Paulini. Like I said, in quarterfinals. And then Martic most likely will face off Begu. And Paris Diaz might be against maybe or Siniakova even in quarterfinals against Zaniewska. And then semi-final might be Swiatek versus most likely Tormo. Swiatek versus Tormo. And Martic versus, I'd say Siniakova. Martic Siniakova, and then Swiatek versus Siniakova final. And Swiatek winning that match. My prediction is that Swiatek will not lose even a single set in this tournament and win this tournament very easy. Those are my predictions.